ding dong, a lang, a lang, a lang. Boom, ba-do, ba-do, ba-do. Oh, life ain't a ding dong. If I could take you up in boom, boom, boosh, boom, boom, tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.
Hey guys, so today's video I wanted to touch on the subject of the alternatives that Justin and I purchase when we're in the supermarket. It's a very frequently asked question: what do we eat when people figure out that we try to maintain a large portion of our diet vegan and then the other portion vegetarian? A decision that we made about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago now? Long time ago anyways. The reasoning for us to do this is a completely separate video. If you're interested in that, just let me know. I can do that as well. It's hard to film that one though because there's so much to talk about. So I took you guys around one of my favorite stores. It's local to us here in Calgary. It's Community Natural Foods. They are a little bit more pricey, but they do have a huge selection of the fun things that we like to eat. Starting off, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about the, I guess, meat replacements that we use. There are a ton of recipes that we use, just simple, plain ingredients like beans or quinoa or rice or pasta, jackfruit in places of meat. So it's not all meat replacement products in our household, I can assure you that, but we do dabble in them every now and again. Being still kind of new into this transition, I have a little list of the products that we like. We are pretty big fans of the Tofurky range. They have some fantastic sausages. I believe there's like 3 or 4, maybe 6 different kinds of sausages. So far we really like the ones in the green package and the ones in the red package. I haven't gone too much further into them because once you find your favorite you kind of just stick with it. If you cook them with the lid on, they turn out so delicious. They also have a range of chicken, like fake shredded chicken, which is scarily accurate to cooked chicken. I haven't really dabbled in the roast for like events like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I've had it once or twice and it's okay, but there are other roasts that I prefer. Gardein, come back to Canada, what the hell? I often used smoked tofu in egg scramble, or you can even use it when you cook it really thinly sliced and pressed. You can kind of have like a bacony flavor in a sandwich. This brand called Big Mountain Foods, and they have this like cauliflower crumble. And it's the best for tacos if you're like in a cinch and you can't make your own taco mix, which we have done before, but this one is just so good. The ingredients are really simple, so there's nothing crazy in it. It's basically like cauliflower and pecans and a bunch of spices, and if you just toss in a little bit of taco seasoning, it's done, you know, done. Also a huge fan of the Yives brand. They have a fantastic chicken nugget. So if you feel like you can't live without chicken nuggets, don't you fret. The Yives brand has nailed the veggie nugget. It's literally the exact same. We also like to use their ground round in things like chili if we want a little bit extra meatiness to it. They have a really good Italian and Mexican ground round. Next up, I kind of wanted to touch base on dairy. We are trying to limit our dairy. We're trying to bring it down a notch. I know that it would be lovely to live a vegan lifestyle because I feel like it's the healthiest lifestyle out there. However, we haven't quite made it yet. Since moving out, we've only bought cheese probably once or maybe twice, but nonetheless, we've been gravitating towards the cheese replacements lately. I know they're probably not very good for you, but as a person that's weaning off the real cheese, it really helps. The best cheese for melting and grilling would have to be the Kaio cheese. They have 3 different flavors and each and every one of them is fantastic. It is a little bit pricey though, so it's something that you would get if you wanted to kind of treat yourself. There are Daya slices in replacement, but they don't melt quite as well. They do get a little bit of a funny consistency when they're heated up. However, they do taste really good. The provolone slices were my jam for a little bit there. Sometimes we'll buy the Daya shreds. They're really good for putting in, it's like sprinkling in tacos. You can even like put it on some nachos. The poutineery down the street uses dia shreds in their vegan poutine, and that just kind of like won us over and made us buy it a couple times. It's pretty good. Also, you can find local handmade cashew cheese spreads. They're similar to cream cheese, which I put on bagels, and it's always so delicious. As far as mayo goes, mayo is such a weird product anyways, but I do like to have it on burgers and sandwiches. So there is the vegan Hellmann's, which we just recently bought and I do really like, but you can also grab the Vegenaise, which is a really popular one. They both are pretty much exactly the same. There's really no difference in that to regular mayonnaise. So if you can like lack that cholesterol in your blood, then good on ya. For butter, we just went over to the Earth Balance. It's a huge collection of different oils all put in one, so it's kind of like a margarine-ish, I guess. Recently we tried the vegan egg, and that one was surprisingly accurate. It was very weird. I liked it a lot. Putting in some of that shredded up smoked tofu really helped for the egg scramble. And if you're a baker, which I'm really not, you can use like applesauce and squished up bananas in place of egg, is what I've been told. As far as coffee goes, we usually buy really big containers of like cashew milk from Costco, or you can get the little coconut milk or almond milk creamers. Those are pretty delicious and very sweet and decadent. A couple times I bought these Bell Soy puddings because they're really fun for snacking on, and the dark chocolate one is so delicious. As far as dressings go, you can make your own salad dressing, which we just did tonight, and it smells so good. I'm so ready for that salad downstairs. Or you can buy the Dia ones. Justin's a really big fan of the Dia ones. I'm not huge on them. You can also get dressings from Earth's Balance as well. There is so many options for ice cream. It's phenomenal, actually. There's the So Delicious brand, which I think it's pecan caramel something or other. It's so friggin' good. It's like having a freaking Turtles ice cream, and it's so creamy because it's made of cashews. Lately, Ben & Jerry's jumped on it. I don't know if you guys are huge fans of them. When I was pre-cutting on the dairy, I used to love me some Ben & Jerry's. So they have jumped on the bandwagon, and my favorite is the coffee caramel fudge one. Holy crap, that is so delicious. A few kinds of yogurt that we grab every now and again. I really like the Yoso brand, I think I want to call it. It's very coconutty and it's very thick. It kind of has the consistency of a Greek yogurt. I'm just going to fly through this next little category. It's just random little dinner things that we buy quite frequently around here. I really like the rice ramen noodles. They're organic, they're delicious, they're a huge savior, and way better for you than Ichiban. Still cost effective. If you can find it at Costco, buy it at Costco. Don't buy it anywhere else, ever. Every now and again we like to grab a couple of Amy's soups because they're fantastic as like a really quick lunch. I personally love making soup, but if you are in a pinch, they are so delicious. I'm a frequent user of the Harvest Sun bouillon powder. I will sprinkle a little bit of that in any of the soups that I make. It's just an extra little additive. They have like an onion one, they have herbs, vegetable. We are constantly buying the Simply Natural Organic pasta sauce. It's extremely expensive anywhere else that you buy it, but if you get it at Costco, it comes in like 4 jars, super reasonable price, and it's all you could ask for. It's very low sodium, which we're like stoked on. Also at Costco, we like to grab the Silver Hills organic bread. There's one there that I think it's like 98% organic. It does go bad pretty fast, but with Justin eating his PB&Js, it ain't no problem. It also has a really high protein count. I think one slice is 6 grams of protein, which is crazy. Can't be a video like this without Nooch, nutritional yeast. It's like powdered gold. It is vegetarian vegans #1 in the grocery list, pretty much. So healthy for you. It is amazing, these nutrients. Next time you're at the grocery store, find a nutritional yeast bag and just check out the macros on the side and look at the vitamins. It's insane. Also, Daya does have a pizza if you're in a crunch late at night. They do have a frozen pizza. We've got it once or twice and it is pretty good. For snacks, I have been obsessed with these Go Macro bars. They have fantastic nutritional information. They're quite pricey, but so good, and they last pretty long in your stomach. You can have it for like a lunch if you're in a rush, and it's no problem. Justin brought these Mary's crackers home one time and I was like, what in the hell are those? But they taste so good. They're just like seed crackers and they're delicious, especially if you put a little bit of that cashew cheese on it. Oh, so good. A whole whack load of really decent chips. They're a little bit better for you than, let's say, Lay's brand or Ruffles with all the questionable ingredients, but our health food store is like constantly stocked on delicious chips. Constantly cycling through the Nature's Path cereals. We've gotten cinnamon one, we had a maple one. A huge fan of their pumpkin granola. I buy that one at Costco in the big box because it's so dang good. We're frequent juicers here in our household, so we're constantly buying produce to be juiced. However, there is ways to find juice just in bottles, especially at the natural food stores. They constantly carry things like that. We here in Calgary have the Well brand. I don't know how big of a brand it is, but they do have cold pressed juice in there at all times. So that is something to pack in the vitamins really, really quick in like a really quick, nice drink. Also in the Community Natural Foods, they have a huge deli, which is really inclusive for people with dietary choices like us. There's tons of little random bits and bobs in that deli in particular that are perfect for us. Lucky enough to be able to grab like vegan mac and cheese, there's vegan dips, salads, you name it, it's there, it's amazing. We are blessed. I know that in smaller towns it may be harder for you guys to find these items, but that's why I like to push the idea of cookbooks and blogs that are specific to this type of lifestyle, because you do not have to have these replacements in order to have a really healthy, well-balanced diet. Like I said in the beginning, you can use beans and quinoa, you can use all sorts of different vegetables as replacements for these things, and you do not need any kind of weird cheese replacements in your diet to be fulfilled. Trust me, there is tons of amazing blogs and tons of amazing cookbooks, and I will link some of them down below for you guys to give you guys a little bit of a better idea on how to do this in a more natural way, which we do quite frequently. If you guys have any other questions, just leave them down below in the comments. I love reading your comments. It's amazing. It makes my day. So anything else you want to know about this endeavor or lifestyle change, whatever you want to call it, that Justin and I are currently doing with our lives, then just let me know. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up in the video because that spreads this video to more people like you. And if you're not, then might as well subscribe because you've already gotten this far. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream, sweetheart. Life could be a dream. And I think down plans would come true. And I think down my whole life loving you. Life could be a dream, sweetheart.